We have a tech specialist, and I think I haven't bought a single tech yet, but I don't take it. I take photon emission instead. Trying to make things last a little longer, although it's probably questionable how good of an effect this actually is. I don't know if these Typhoons can last 3 fortress shots now. Mech rage on the Typhoons in the hope of clearing chaff faster. I thought there were some level 3 pullers, but I must have mistaken earlier. There's definitely level 3 Mustangs now. My opponent is kinda rocking Mustang Fortress here, which is a very powerful unit composition. The Phoenixes have been relocated down here, and he's definitely going into full panic mode with his economy. He did also drop 2 anti-missile devices here in order to prevent these Stormcrawlers from doing absolutely absurd amounts of damage. And I'm thinking, you know, if he's going into fortresses, I might just go into Scorpions and bring them online. Or at least start doing that. Single Scorpion for now. What do I do with the rest of my money? Do I spend it at all? I do. Right, let's see if this does anything at all. Nah, does not seem to do anything at all. That was definitely not the correct choice. Anyway, let's see if the Scorpion can accomplish something. It turns around at the last moment because it gets bounced away by the, what's it called again? By the Typhoon. And the fortress does just obliterate it anyway. My opponent's marksmen are getting ever bigger. They are starting to hit level 3 plus. No wonder. And this is looking like everything that I have is going to absolutely get destroyed. Round number 7. We have extended range Phoenixes, improved war factories, assault melting points, all great options to deal with fortresses. Well, maybe not the Phoenixes. And I decide to skip all of them. Wasp swarms are back, but there isn't really all that much to do for the wasp swarms here, I think. And my cat is complaining because it wants to leave the room. He goes into shields, and let me just let the cat out of the room so that I don't have to bear the constant nagging. I don't even see what's going on, but you will see it. Alright, now I am back. So, what exactly happened? Am I winning yet? Ground cannon on the Overlord, on a single Overlord ground cannon, not going further into Scorpions. And instead, I'm going for the Giga Flank. When I say Giga Flank, I mean Giga Flank. 2 Overlords with ground cannon, there's why I picked that. And some Wasps here to absorb fire. However, these Mustangs, they were there before. I completely didn't see them. Like, legitimately, I did not even see them. I did not even acknowledge, or rather realize, that they existed in the first place. Some of these level 3 Mustangs are starting to gun down a fortress. An Overlord. Somehow today I'm mixing everything up. But the tower should fall immediately. Tower has fallen. The Overlord is gunning, but at the same time its missiles are being intercepted, similar to the Stormcrawler missiles, and I get kinda scammed. My units go there, and despite there being perfectly fine units to shoot in the front, the marksmen turn around and shoot the Overlord. Unfortunately, not the other way around. At the end of the day, the fortresses do get damaged, and the Overlord ground cannon is doing great work. But the Overlord ground cannon can only do so much, and the fortresses are pretty powerful and big. I eat another very massive loss. So, my opponent has had a very rough early game, but it looks like the power of fortresses comes through. What drops? Melting points, or steel balls again. Well, it's melting points for both of us. I have no way to not commit more into this flank, or ignore it, or try to sell out of it, but I would at best get one Overlord out. My opponent is putting a level, or has put a level now on both towers. I'm trying to see what this can do, and instead go into range EMP on the melting points in the hope that they can kill the fortresses. However, there is one more fortress, one more curveball that my opponent throws this way. I am trying to carefully position these units so that they counter the fortresses based on positioning. Bit difficult here because I don't want it to be like here. It would just immediately get killed. And then I drop some crawlers in the front so these units have something else to shoot at. I do put a level in this tower, but that's not gonna last against this fortress. Melting point instantly locks onto. Almost gets killed, honestly, by the ground cannon and that sort of stuff, but at the same time, these other units would have been capable of dealing with it. Melting point is melting its best, the best it can. A lot of EMP missiles being shot down and barely anything going through. I was way too reliant on missiles this round, and the fortresses simply push in. Well, this wasn't working. I get completely wiped out, and this is way more damage than I have health to last. So, I completely messed this one up. I absolutely threw it out of the window. I basically just took it, threw it out of the window, and said bye-bye to this game. Well, what did I do wrong? I never truly addressed the fortresses. I guess my thought process was that this Overlord can deal with the fortresses because Overlords do a good amount of DPS, but they don't do that great of an amount of DPS, so it kind of fell flat. Well, time to think of a way to fix this. Let's turn it around and see how I could have actually won the last round. The pure amount of attempts that this is taking is absolutely awful and disgraceful for myself, because I played myself into a corner that is feeling more and more desperate to try and get out of. Honestly, the only thing that I've seen working so far is steel balls. And I almost never play steel balls, so that is definitely saying something. Let's invest into those. Put some here, and I definitely need to make a sort of attack squad. And I want to throw a missile here for the chaff that is inevitably going to arrive here, because that chaff getting the tower kinda killed me. And one more missile like here, I wanna say, so that I can get rid of some chaff here. And then I kind of want to have an attack squad. I don't need to cover these steel balls. I think I need more chaff on this side. Maybe that can accomplish something. I want to have these steel balls go in and go get the tower, along with the typhoons. The range should be fine. This is much less far than last time. Let's actually make it even less far. And hopefully gets them on a direct path to this fortress so they can kill it. Alright, let's see if this works. Steel balls are legitimately the only thing that I can see beating all of this. So you can see they are starting to heal. The fortress no longer can kill them, and now the fortress is gone, just like that. This typhoon here, maybe it needs a level. It has so much chaff to clear. Maybe that needs a level instead. All of that has been cleared. The blob of steel balls and everything is moving in. This is why I'm needing the missile here. Alright, that seems to be working out. Steel balls are going after this fortress. Start to heal. Under the tower debuff, have I actually done it? One more here. Oh, that is unfortunate. But I think that is too much. The steel ball here is a hero, the assassin steel ball getting the tower. And now under a tower debuff, my forces are moving in one last time, I hope. I still have a bunch of backup steel balls. The fortress is getting peppered because all of the anti-missile devices are done. Oh, I have done it! I think I'm gonna put on screen how many attempts that took. Boy! Did I misplay not taking the steel balls? But realistically, I relied on a bunch of knowledge that I could not have had. Pulling all of this chaff is good. This flank completely fell flat and was basically $1,000 completely wasted. And these damage sharing, healing, and range steel balls with the typhoon as a combo going for the tower. Maybe I should try that sometime. Typhoon Steel Ball. It looked like it has potential. With mech rage, the Typhoons can actually keep up with the Steel Balls somewhat. They have 16 meters, the Steel Balls have 19. So they can kinda keep up. They can clear the chaff, and then the linked Steel Balls will just push through. My opponent had only one melter effectively to defend here. And he put everything else into fortresses, and I've tested. The fortresses, they do so much damage that the steel balls kind of just evaporate if I don't give them damage sharing. But with damage sharing, they can actually do it. They can outlast the fortresses, suck off the shields, suck off the fortress health, and destroy them quickly enough. Boy, that took so many attempts, but I was successful. There seems to always be a way to turn the final round. Thanks everybody for watching and listening, and until next time.